Country's best food eat out will be celebrating its annual restaurant awards and what the industry has to offer. Now, the ceremony will be held in Cape Town tomorrow evening. What started out as a food guide has evolved into a brand that covers all aspects of fare and operates on multiple media platforms. Anelde Greeff, editor-in-chief of Eat Out, joins me from our Sea Point studios. Anelde, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us. And congratulations on the success of Eat Out. Who could have thought all those years ago that has now become one of the preeminent platforms on the continent?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. I mean, Eat Out has been on a 19-year journey, and we are truly the biggest restaurant guide in the country. People look to us and people look to our awards to see where they just absolutely have to go and eat.
Now, obviously, you've got the toughest job in the world. I can only imagine having to wade through all those restaurants, great meals, and then having to choose a winner. It can be really a difficult job to do, to find the ultimate restaurant of the year.
You know what? It's a tough job, but someone has to do it. We are very fortunate at Eat Out. We have a panel of expert judges. It's headed up by Abigail Donnelly, who's our editor and chief judge. She is this year joined by Chef David Higgs and Carrie-Anne Wilkinson of the Silwood School of Cookery. So they really are the judges for the restaurant awards. And then they are supported by a panel of over 40 expert restaurant reviewers across the country who help determine the 500 best restaurants that will go into our annual Eat Out magazine that's on sale from next week.
I can only imagine that let me rather state the question like this. Does the criteria change year on year? Are we still only looking for the best restaurant, or do you consider things like innovation? Do you consider things like uniqueness, or is it really about just the cooking and the quality of the food?
No, there are an incredible amount of factors that play into whether restaurants are great. Obviously, food is the biggest factor, and when we look at food, we look at ingredients and cooking methods and plating methods. We look at things like sustainability and seasonality. Wine and drinks is another great factor that influences our decisions. And then we also look at service and ambiance of restaurants. So there really is a whole host of factors that play into whether a restaurant is really great and whether it offers a great experience for the consumer.
So the Eat Out brand started as a review platform for restaurants. It's become a brand on its own. It's become an influencer. Talk to me about that movement over the 19 years, the shift of perception of where Eat Out finds itself now in terms of just the value of the brand.
Yes, it really has been an amazing journey for us. It started out as an annual restaurant directory, a really thick magazine that people would buy and keep on their coffee tables and refer to often. We then, along the line, launched a website together with social media channels and our events and newsletters and things. So now we really are operating on multiple platforms, and people can reach out and find out about restaurants really very quickly. You can pick up your phone and go to eatout.co.za and read the latest restaurant news, the latest restaurant reviews. You can search over 6,000 different restaurants across the country. So it really is a restaurant guide, and it's not just your guide to the best or like fine dining restaurants. It's everyday places as well. We list burger joints and sushi spots and coffee shops and all sorts of restaurants ready to cater to everyone who likes to go, eat out.
Many may argue, and I agree with the larger point of view, that Eat Out in many ways has changed the industry because of the spotlight it's put on restaurant owners, reviews, bringing that so much closer, that you have forced the industry in many ways to clean up its act, to find the unique, and from a very layman's perspective, it looks like it's had that effect.
Well, I'm very happy that you say that, and we would really like to believe that we are making a difference. I know that through our website and the huge amount of exposure we're giving to restaurants, as well as through the restaurant awards, we're really highlighting great restaurants and trends in restaurants. This year specifically, we are launching the Eat Out Woolworths Sustainability Award, where we're awarding a restaurant that's making great strides towards being sustainable. So it would go into like responsible farming practices and where the ingredients are sourced from, how they treat their staff, their practices in terms of water and energy wastage. So that to us is really a nice way of trying to make an impact on the industry and getting the industry to, yes, get their act together and just think a bit more about how they run their businesses.
Lebo and I, we are great foodies. We eat everything we see. We're going to urge you to consider us for judges next year, to maybe bring in a media category where you send media guys around the country to go and eat out. So remember me and Lebo for that job.
Excellent. I will get your number later. We have quite a few media personalities on our editorial panel, our panel of restaurant reviewers. And these are people who are really passionate foodies. They eat out a lot. They really know the industry and they're passionate about food.
Anelde, you've just scored 2 extra judges there. And Lebo for us, free food. Anelde Greeff, thank you very much for joining us from our Seapoint.
Thank you for having me.
From our Seapoint studio. She's the editor-in-chief of Eat Out. The awards are imminent, so go and check it out. The best restaurant crowned in South Africa. Take an ad break, don't go anywhere.